Markets are in freefall after the White House imposes massive global tariffs. This week has been a bloodbath for markets, with the biggest crash since COVID. The S&P is down over 9% this week. Meanwhile, the more growth-oriented NASDAQ tumbled 10% and now in bear market territory, down 20% from the recent high. So how did we get here? Let's recap. There was actually a lot of optimism to start the week. Markets rose for the first 3 consecutive days with hopes the tariffs would be targeted with limited scope. However, investors were anxiously waiting for the actual announcement promised Wednesday afternoon. Markets even rose in after hours as the press conference began, but sharply reversed once the tariffs were announced. A minimum 10% tariff was imposed on nearly every other country, plus an additional reciprocal tariff based on half the quote-unquote perceived tariffs on the US. Those tariff numbers were quickly debunked as just each country's deficit percentage. Markets opened on Thursday to bloodshed. The S&P tumbled almost 5%, but the carnage wasn't over yet. It continued into today, Friday. Cue the trade war. China retaliated with a matching 34% tariff on the US. Markets continue to freefall with the S&P down 6% and the NASDAQ plummeting into bear territory. Even sunshine pumper Fed Chair Powell conceded the tariff impact would be larger than expected and likely increases inflation and slows growth. Then the March job report also hit today with payrolls topping expectations. However, with the tariff drama, no one cared. So what now? Well, despite the 10% drop in the past 2 days, we're not sure the markets are ready to rebound yet. We're still waiting on tariff responses from other countries. Other than China, nothing much has been announced yet, just speculation and rumors of potential retaliation. We expect those to come through, though, over the weekend and into next week. China's retaliation was pretty massive. If the EU matches it in magnitude, we could see another leg down. On the other hand, if they back off with a more minimal response, we could see that stabilizing the market and setting up for some recovery. In any case, the uncertainty isn't over yet. We'll be monitoring the responses as they come in to see if this trade war continues to escalate.